One of the main reasons I love the kettlebell is how versatile it is. So many different combinations and complexes and things you can do, but I want to take the scariness out of it and make it extremely accessible. So for this very basic beginner workout, we're going to start with the bell right between your feet. We're going to start off with single arm deadlift. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the bell up, stand up nice and tall, come right back down. We're going to do 5 of these. So I want you to pick a weight that's relatively light right now because it's just about keeping that momentum going. 4 and 5. Let's do the other side. So feet are nice and planted, abs tight, driving through the ground, stand up nice and tall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shake it out just a second. Now we're going to go into a dead start clean where I'm going to pull the bell up. I'm going to use the other hand to catch the bell in the rack position. So from here, I'm going to do that same thing where I'm going to drive through the ground, but now I'm going to finish with my arm pulling. So stand up tall, into that dead start clean. 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. 1. So notice how I'm using the other hand to catch it so it doesn't go too far out in front of me. Bell rotates around the forearm. And 5. Shake it out. Now I'm going to bring it back up to that first side, and from here, I'm going to go into a front squat. So in that rack position, let's do 5 reps here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bring it down. Other side. So I'm keeping that nice rigid torso as I do this, abs tight. Make sure your knees are tracking over toes. 4 and 5. So it's just 3 exercises here. Single arm deadlift, dead start clean, front squat. So all together, doing those 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Those I can add or I can multiply. All those reps together takes you maybe 45 seconds, maybe a minute. We're going to rest as long as I'm talking to you. We're going to go through this 3 times. So again, the goal with this is just to get you to start moving with the kettlebell, give you a nice little exercise snack. So if you need to, get away from your desk or your office or your kids, I hear my son screaming right now. All right, we're going to do it again. Ready? Now we're going to go through a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. Single arm deadlift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dead start clean. Use that hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. Drive through the ground. Let that bell come up. Rotate around the forearm. 3. Abs tight. 4. Drive through the ground. 5. Other side. Front squat. So abs nice and tight. Make sure you go as low as you feel comfortable. So if you can get down thighs to parallel or even below, great. Otherwise, even if it's just a decreased range of motion here. 1. But I like this where the bell's racked on one side because that creates the need for a lot of tension. So my abs are firing. 5. So that was like a minute plus. So with a really light bell, that is absolutely going to ramp up your heart rate. So we are keeping this in more of a conditioning world. So that's why we want to go pretty light. Now, you can always vary it. So if you have a number of different bells, you can go something heavier with the single arm deadlift, a little bit lighter for the cleans, and then a little bit lighter for those squats, or whatever you feel good with. Not gonna lie, this is getting my conditioning. Whew. All right. So as you're doing this, so I keep saying, keep your abs tight. Imagine you're trying to brace for a punch. So someone's gonna come, just punch you right in the ribs, well, punch you right in the stomach, and it's just gonna break their wrist. So that's how I want you to create that tension and keep that tension. So even when I'm hinging, even when I'm squatting, I'm always maintaining that tension. So I'm breathing through that tension. I don't wanna hold my breath as I do this, all right? All right, let's do it again. Single arm deadlift. 1. Let's go a little bit faster now. 2, 3. Abs tight. 4, 5. I want you to feel this right now. Hamstrings, glutes, back of your legs, buttocks. 4, 5. Dead start clean. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if that feels good and you don't need that other hand, fantastic. Just go right into that dead start clean. So driving through the ground, stand up nice and tall. And 5. Back up. Squats. 2. Nice job. And don't let the heels come up, so only come down as low as you can without letting the heels come up. And 5. Oh, that was a little bit faster. That took about a minute. So we're doing a minute of work here and about 45 seconds to a minute of rest. But again, you're going to pick a weight that's pretty light for you because the goal is just to move through them pretty quickly. This is not maximum strength. This is not going to build a boatload of muscle. This is purely to help you start moving better, typically through planes and positions that you typically don't train. So a lot of people don't train the hinge as often. Maybe they'll do some deadlifts, maybe they'll do some RDLs, but they don't do a lot of hinging. So that's why I love swings and cleans and different variations like that. But the single arm deadlift is just a great way to prep for the clean because it shows you it's the lower body doing the work. You're not just ripping it off the ground like you're trying to start a lawnmower. All right, 15 seconds. We'll go one more time through. This will be a 7-minute workout. Look at you, getting it done. All right, ready. One more time through. And go. 1. Nice and light. 4, 5. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure you have a nice even footprint as you're doing this. So don't let your heels come up. Don't let your toes come up. All right, cleans. Dead start clean. So use that other hand if you need to. Don't let the bell slam you on the forearm. Keep it tight to the body. Other side. 4, one more. 5, last one, squats. So just single rack front squats. 2, 3, 4, keep that tension. 5, other hand. Head straight. And 5. Oh, yo, it's kind of funny with this because it's not heavy. It's not super challenging, especially if you go light enough. Hopefully you went a little bit heavier that you wouldn't necessarily be able to talk through that. Like if I was doing that without having to talk to you, maybe a bell or two up, especially with those really short rest periods. Because the whole point with this was just to keep things going, keep that momentum going, get a little bit stronger through these ranges, but ultimately build some conditioning and have some fun with your kettlebells. Like I'm at this point, I've done these videos for so long, like these full-on workouts, all kinds of kettlebell workouts, but I absolutely come back to the versatility and just the fact that you can do so many different things with this bell. So hopefully you weren't feeling like working out and you decided to join me, picked up a kettlebell, did a nice and easy single arm deadlift, dead start clean, and front squat for a few rounds. Get that heart rate up, get a little sweaty, and hope you enjoyed. I'll see you on the next one.